If the Arts Council were to open a gallery of automotive innovation, it might look something like this. You've got the Mercedes S-Class and the Range Rover with their fluid suspension systems, the smart car with its semi-automatic gearbox, and the A-Class whose engine slides under the floor in a crash, the Audi A8 with its space frame construction and headlights that swivel as you steer. Imagine if all this marvellous technology could come together in one car.
Well, it did, 50 years ago, in this.
The superb Citroen DS. Easily the greatest car in the world.
There have been other groundbreaking cars. The Model T was mass-produced. The Fiat 500 was a packaging miracle. But they changed only one thing at a time. The DS changed everything. Construction, materials, control systems, gizmos, safety, driving, being a passenger, the lot. It was a true revolution in motoring. And it wasn't just an engineering benchmark. The DS changed the way cars look forever. When the wraps came off at the 55 Paris Motor Show, every other car suddenly looked redundant. They were cautious designs, still tainted with post-war austerity. But by contrast, on the first day alone, Citroën sold 12,000 DS's.
The DS was welcomed like Ingrid Bergman on a building site. And that's not such a fatuous analogy, actually, because what we call the DS is, in France, pronounced DS. DS. It's the French word for goddess.
It was, no, is, a thing of beauty, but it's a French sort of beauty. It's not the sort that would make you wave your arms around as a new Ferrari might. It's the sort that you look at and then go away and discuss over a cup of coffee, maybe all day.
The stylist Flaminio Bertoni was also a sculptor. He wanted to create a work of art, but the engineer André Lefebvre had a background in the aeroplane industry, and he wanted an aerodynamically perfect shape, the nearest thing possible to the ideal teardrop with a tapered rear. Well, we got both.
So, let's get into the guts of this car's greatness. Where do I start? It was built to within tolerances of microns. It used aluminium and plastic for some of its body panels. It was the first car with a plastic dashboard and the first with disc brakes. It blazed a trail in safety too, crumple zones, rollover protection, a collapsible steering wheel. The engine was even designed to be pushed under the car in a crash. And eventually it would have headlights that swiveled with the front wheels. I mean, what else do you want? Cup holder?
At
the heart of the DS is a hydraulic system called hydro-pneumatic. Now, there are no springs in the suspension. Instead, there are these balls of nitrogen gas. I'm sure you know that a gas under compression becomes progressively stiffer. So what this car has is a variable rate suspension system. You thought that was new.
It kept the tyres in contact with the surface, even on those really choppy French back roads. You could set it to various heights, and it was automatically self-levelling. You could even keep driving if some would-be assassin blew one of the back wheels off, as President de Gaulle discovered.
It also made this boulevard cruiser something of a tour de force in tough desert rallies.
But what really amazed people in 1955 was the quality of the ride. It is still absolutely phenomenal. It's sort of like going along on a bed of fluid. Actually, of course, it is going along on a bed of fluid.
It was, and in my view remains, the greatest single leap forwards in car design since, well, the car. And what's really amazing is that any car that you drive today owes something, somewhere, to this, the goddess.